Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Last run was fine. Could have been better, but it was fine. We tried to do some keeper stuff that didn't work out, life goes on. Tell you what, let's do Lazarus greedier mode. We're in full on, like mostly strike while the iron's hot, let's get some shit done sort of mode right now. Ooh, that's good. That's a good thing right there. Let's see what we've got inside of our shop. Well, we might as well walk on this. I'm gonna play my cards a little close to my chest. Well, not with respect to you guys, but with respect to the game. I'm not gonna be super aggressive here. Hear me out. If we have to hold R, we have to hold R. But is it not correct that we can do this, get killed, go in here with half of a spirit heart and get 3 spirit hearts immediately for doing so? If that's not the case, we're in a very bad spot. Well, not very bad, but not as good as I would have liked. Still, not bad, and we'll go pick up this full HP now. We have 4.20 damage, bro. Let's go start doing combat here. And we're trying out this new greedier mode, to be technically correct, I suppose, although I think you know what I mean at this point. Strategy, which is never buy keys. You can buy keys like as part of a package deal, but never pay for keys just for keys. 5 cents for an item is a great deal, except for the situations in which you have unlimited items that cost 15 cents each and you get a new one every time you press the I agree to the terms and conditions button. So what the? Oh god, I'm excited. Works for the entire floor and gives us the broken stopwatch effect. This is hell. This is hell. We have like 5 extra waves to get through here as well. What is dead may never die? How am I supposed to do this? Let's be real. The shots are too fast. The enemies are moving too fast. Yo. Okay, step on the button, dude. This is unreasonable. Fuck off with the I'm excited pill. So let me see how this is. We rebalance box of friends because it makes greed mode too easy. Well, what about that I'm excited pill? Don't worry about the I'm excited pill. It's novel. This is novel. So this is the one exception to the... You know what? No. We out. Peace, motherfucker. It's like exactly the same situation. Yeah, I tapped out. I'm not proud of it. But at the same time, desperate times call for desperate fucking measures here. We are just going to find a way to end our own life as Lazarus and then take the HP again because I think it's the right thing to do. Might be the right decision to buy the D8 as well. Is there like fire or spikes? There might be fire in the item room that we can take advantage of. I wanted to buy the key there because I really needed HP like immediately. Instead, we didn't get it, obviously. Life goes on. Instead, we got Eve's Mascara, which is obviously just not very good. Bombs or key is fine, though. What do we buy first here? Maybe the D8. By the way, that is just salty of me to bring... It's not fair for me to say, hey, you nerf items that make greed mode too easy, despite the fact that, 1% of people will play this mode. No offense, man, after it's done. I get where you're coming from a design standpoint, but that I'm excited pill is just disproportionately horrible in this situation on greedier mode. By the way, there are other items that they've left in unnerfed that break greed mode, like the D20. We might be able to cheese it up with the clicker or something as well, if that's to show up. But, that was the salt talking in the moment. It's easy, once you start rolling down the salt hill, the mound, if you will, it's easy to just keep going and chalk up everything to, oh, this is stupid, this is stupid, this is stupid, but it's a bad attitude and an easy trap to fall into. Lucky dodge on my part there. So, not Samson, sorry. Lazarus is actually better than he used to be because of the fact that he starts with, well, after he respawns, he gets anemic at all times, which means that you get that little creep bonus on the ground instead of just after you get hit. It's not game-changing necessarily, but it is slightly better. And I think it describes me as well. Slightly bitter. Okay. Don't worry about that damage too much. That's, poor play on my part, but it's not the end of the world. Just trying to get to enough money to get an item from the very first... Oh, we're in a real nasty spot. Alright, okay, we'll just die in the corner there. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, this is on me. This is on me. I accept that. You know what? No. I'm going to hold R. Have we reached that point where I'm going to hold R as Lazarus? Well, not until I get something good, but until I get something that's not horrible, yes. What do you got for me in here? Burcano. It's actually fine. Pretty fly. Die will respawn inside or outside, but it doesn't really matter because we don't get penalized. So clicker is interesting because we can reroll our whole run to become the Lost or the Keeper, like possibly right after we beat the boss. But considering we're already playing as a character with whom we want to like succeed with, I don't know if it's that relevant here. Also, I don't know if I wanted to cannibalize our spacebar item slot forever. Sincerely, there's like really not much of an excuse to not live through one floor of greed mode. Especially with 4.20 damage and 2 HP. Like 4.20 damage is not that bad. In fact, as far as like characters go, it's above average. I think Isaac starts with like 3.5, so should recognize that, you know a good thing when you see it, I suppose is what I'm trying to suggest here. But shit still does happen. We kind of got trapped in the corner there. I made a last-ditch effort to run away, but it didn't get us out of the weeds in time, unfortunately. Seem to be doing a little bit better here, though. I don't know how the rosary bead is going to really do for us, but we have it, so we're going to make the best of it for now. And I'm honestly, I know I said I wasn't this kind of guy. Turns out I'm this kind of guy. I would like to break the game if possible. Admittedly, Lazarus is not one of the absolute hardest characters to win with. You would think that Blue Baby's probably going to be harder because damage taken is akin to basically losing an HP upgrade most of the time, especially when you get later into the game. The Lost, the Keeper, etc., etc. But I really would like to succeed on this run, just to prove to myself that I still got what it takes. We had that Keeper run. We made it semi-reasonably far on a bullshit seed, so I'm hopeful that we can maybe make something similar happen here. Not that the seed is necessarily too bad. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm qualifying what I'm saying too much. 1 key gives us a key in a chest. That is something I'll pay for, and then at the very least, we didn't pay 5 cents for a key, we paid 5 cents for 2 cents and 3 keys, which is actually a smoking deal. So now that we have 3 keys, I will come in here, and I think Rune Bag could be amazing. Or sorry, Mystery Sack. Less likely to be amazing than Rune Bag, but still, the stuff that it gives us can be very, very useful. So I'm certainly not unhappy about the Rune Bag pickup. This guy has got to go. We've got to be, like, seriously aggressive. He's got to go before the next wave shows up, and we did a reasonably good job of making that happen. We got a champion version of Ragman, who, at the very least, his spiders will take a little bit of damage from that anemia, which is important to me, but it's going to require some pretty extreme vigilance for us to stay on this dude. Oh my god, okay. Stay cool, stay cool. Yeah, this is the full resurrect asshole, I think, which means he's just going to be wandering around now that he's created a bunch of spiders. Wandering around, resurrecting the ones that he's already created. Extremely annoying. I don't know, with only 2 HP, is it worth 15 cents to pick up an HP upgrade? It may be. Because we're probably going to wish to give away some HP to the deal with the devil. So although HP is normally not like the be-all, end-all in this mode, it's something we might be interested in investing in just because basically we're going to pay 15 cents for Deal with the Devil Precedent and whatever the Deal with the Devil is, if we're lucky enough to get a Deal with the Devil, at least. That has an item instead of just, random nonsense. Either way. Land some shots here. Only got 4 spiders left. That's probably the worst version of Ragman that we could hope to not face, I guess. But that he's an asshole, basically. Maybe don't buy the HP yet, because we might get an item from the Deal with the Devil that gives us survivability. Like, if we get something plus 9 lives, we'll probably feel like it's better for us to invest in a reroll, maybe, than anything else related to HP. But we'll see. So, Mystery Sack, please pay out. No payout, that's okay. Guppy's Paw, we will take and not use. We don't necessarily need HP. It's very tempting to just not go with HP here. Instead, we get a nickel and a reroll. I don't think the box is worth it, but it's close. Admittedly, it's close, I think. So the void has the potential, I think, to break the game. So I think we should go for it. And we'll suck up Guppy's Paw, which I know is going to use Guppy's Paw. And it's going to be a little scary to use the item in this fashion, because every red heart that we get, every time we use the void, it's going to be sucked up. But you know what I'm thinking is, if we don't have any red hearts, that's not going to hurt us. And now all spacebar items are worth buying to help create a worthwhile combination of items for us here. I think that we could stand a reasonably good chance of making this work. But it's not going to be automatic. Inside of our special item room, we see dead sea scrolls. We will just take growth hormones, which is quite good, and see what we've got going on in here. A free spirit heart is awesome, because that's what we're rolling on right now. And then, I mean, we could basically get 3 spirit hearts for 7 cents, which might be worth considering. I would also point out that dead sea scrolls every time we use the void might be okay. There's no real way to get around it except for just ignoring it if we don't want it. And admittedly, you know, occasionally it'll probably give us kamikaze, so we'll be, like, disappointed when that happens, obviously. But, oh, that was bad. There's no reason to use this yet. We did get a nickel out of our mystery sack, so I'm pretty happy about that. That's gonna be considered probably at the higher level of payouts that we could hope to get. I mean, I suppose if it can drop a nickel, it can probably drop a dime. That sounds like an old-timey catchphrase. Well, you know, if the mystery sack can drop a nickel, it can drop a dime. It's like an expression that means don't be naive. Thank you, Pretty Fly, for actively blocking like 2 shots there. We got another nickel. At which point, I have to say either thank you, Mystery Sack, thank you, Variance, or thank you both. Because that's extremely lucky. You might be wondering, why don't you step on the button? The answer is, I don't want to step on the button just to maximize the efficiency of our void charges, because it's going to cost us HP that is fairly valuable. So, I think at this point, survivability is important, and being able to take deals with the devil to maybe get closer to that guppy dream is important. So I think we buy the HP, which also gives us a cycle here, which I think is valuable. We don't really care about the shovel. Then we come in here, suck up dead sea scrolls, get some spirit hearts back. I think we had like Book of Belial or something there. So with 26 remaining cents, I think I will take HP. And I might even take that HP plus luck upgrade, because that is making spirit hearts for us now. But having 1 red heart, I would rather have 1 red heart, because we can take a 2 heart deal on the cheap. Although I guess it's, you know, 3 spirit hearts versus it's functionally very similar, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This any fight in which you have to deal with the haunt as well as something else is bad. Like BAD, capital, exclamation point, upside down, interrobang, etc., etc. However, there is a bonus to fighting the haunt, and that's, like, with other enemies. And that bonus is that if he ever hits the other enemy with brimstone, the enemy's probably just gonna die. So, well, he's gotta, thanks for making me look like a fucking liar, but he's gotta hit him, like, for a sustained amount of time. Either way, and also, bombs that are gonna hit the haunt here, that's beautiful. Who would have thought that Little Horn actually made the haunt fight easier instead of vice versa? It's dope. Okay. We got 21 cents. I think we will, and we'll go for the luck upgrade. It is an expensive get, I'll admit. But it also, I think it might pay to be aggressive right now because we have no reroll choice. So, we did make a tactical error. And the tactical error, in my opinion, is putting us in a situation where I won't have a full charge for our deal with the devil, which means that if there's an active spacebar item in there, like Satanic Bible, we won't be able to suck it up and imprint its effect on Void. So I'll level with you. I'll take the L on that one. That's a mistake, I think. And I don't even remember if there was a battery charge in the shop, but I was kind of on autopilot when I hit that boss button. So it feels weird to say. Hopefully the deal with the devil gives us good passives or actives that are kind of shitty so that we didn't really miss out on much. But we'll have to be more mindful of that in the future, I think. And if there's one thing I really like about greed mode, you might think that I don't like this mode based on the fact that I kind of talked about it derisively. Based on the fact that I insulted it, you might think that I don't like it. But no, it's actually, it forces you to work out the puzzle box, I think, of every run, which is kind of cool. Luckily, these are both passive items, and we can actually benefit from both. And in particular, Whore of Babylon is a good choice for us because it does give us the ability to get that damage upgrade that, like, will always or almost always be rocking red hearts, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Beyond that, we didn't have to take Gimpy, but I'm going to rely on our luck stat growing and hope that we can kind of, like, feed into having a better Gimpy situation. I'm going to try this, looking for the secret room, and figured whatever I got from that hopefully was gravy. Obviously didn't really work out. Let's try it. I know it's a mimic, but we're going to try it. Perks. Bad. Not a good situation. Not going to... we should check the curse room. As I know we're hemorrhaging HP by doing this, but... should check the curse room because we are trying in good conscience and good faith to get to the guppy payout. And the rune could be good. You never know. Try to save it for like a Yera. Yeah, speed's fine. Try to save it for a Yera on money or maybe a Perthrow. To suck up the D6, I don't even know how that works. We've been down this road, but I don't remember how it works. So if we're in, we're in. Pick up our money here. That's not a good deal. And Infestation 2 is probably worth... well, let's see if it's a reroll. It was a reroll. So we get Rotten Baby, which is better. And then now we are under less obligation to ensure that we are ready to go from a spacebar item perspective right now. Because we don't have to suck up a shitty item in the form of Infestation. And I stand by that item not being very good, which I don't think many people would really disagree with. Picked up 4 keys from Mystery Sack. It's actually pretty good. It means we'll never have to worry about not being able to access an item room again. And seriously, Mystery Sack has like a case for being the best item that we've picked up over the course of this whole run. It has been stellar. Got 2 more? Oh, just the 1, but he was biding his time. This wave's gonna be annoying, but... hopefully this is where, like, Anemic can pick up a little bit of the bonus damage against these guys right now. Thank you. Thank you. So, one thing I want to, if possible, avoid is just buying red hearts. I was going to say, let me guess, the exact same thing is going to happen. I want to avoid just buying red heart upgrades, but we will need that fuel for Deals with the Devil and also for, you know, for ourselves. I don't think, as ridiculous as it sounds, I don't think we want to suck up the D6. Or, wait, do we absolutely want to suck up the D6? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's try it. We don't have any bombs, so we can't really take advantage of box of trinkets. We got 1 luck. Let's try this. Alright. I sucked it up. That gives us... it also placed a bomb, but we got a Gimpy payout, which is very lucky. It also gives us a free reroll, so we don't have to wait for the reroll machine, which might save us money, but it's gonna weirdly, like, suck up an item after it's rerolled, which might lead to us sucking up maybe a bad spacebar item, but probably more likely sucking up an item that maybe was passive that we would have liked. But this is only in contrast to just rolling the D6 like by itself, vanilla style, which we would probably not have considered since it requires us to give up the void. I recognize that's probably a confusing sentence to say. Suffice to say, I might be looking at the situation slightly incorrectly. However, I think that taking the D6 is not necessarily the wrong call as long as we recognize that it's also possibly going to lead to some situations that in particular will look like they were bad. Like, for example, if we hit the spacebar and then a shitty item becomes Death's Touch and then Death's Touch becomes a random stats upgrade because it just gets sucked up by Void, we might be a little bummed. But there was no way around that without just rolling with what we already had. So we, or with just a D6, I should say. We don't have a reroll, so I'm going to go and break my own rule to try to get a reroll. First off, because these items kind of suck. Secondly, because I would love to see a battery charge. There is no battery charge. I'm going to accept Thunder Thighs, even though I don't really like it. Because A, our speed is okay. B, I want these Spirit Hearts off of the next Void play. And C, thank you, Mystery Sack. This might give me the fuel for a deal with the devil right now that would otherwise be tough to accept based on how our HP looked at the moment when we made that choice there. So, again, we're going pretty hard into the guppy dream here. Oh, that was... I mean, oh my Lanta. We really, like, what's a game winner for us right now? Dark Bum is extremely good. Because of Gimpy. We aren't going to have a charge, which is what I was looking there to try to maybe get a battery charge from the shop. But life goes on. Blank card might have been a good choice as well, but only if we can suck it up. I don't know why this champion's rocking me like a Steve Miller band. Look at it, he pops up right on top of me, dude. Either way, we wouldn't have been able to take this if we didn't get the HP. So I'm going to live with that. Rest assured, I recognize HP-wise we're in a tough spot. That's why we're going to crack into this stuff right here. So, a little tricky. A little bit of a tricky situation. Low on HP, but I think we got the tools to pull out of this disaster here. We will take that, and it will not kill us instantly. It'd give us a luck down, but all other stats meaningfully increased. I'll live with it. I don't know how sucking up Jar of Flies helps us. That does charge Void there, though. Do we want the scissors? And there's nothing we can do about it, right? We might as well just suck up the scissors, I guess. And also place the bomb directly below us. So the scissors are not great. The shears are great. Now begins a little bit of an odyssey here to avoid taking ridiculous damage. I recognize my my luckiness in not getting a not getting shot by a bullet when I stepped over those rocks. Rest assured. So what am I banking on here? A really nice mystery sack payout. Golden key is not that. Keys are fairly irrelevant at this point. Like a golden key doesn't mean much unless we come across golden chests. We have enough keys to get us through the remainder of the normal, like, valuable key rooms. We also, I think, gain nothing from using Void right now. The exception, maybe, is getting, like, Book of Revelations. But the odds of us getting Revelations are probably roughly the same as the... Oh, that was bad. As the odds of us getting... Kamikaze, or, you know, something along those lines. So, I appreciate the extra. The money payout is good here. We're gonna hopefully be able to get something worthwhile from our shop now. What do we got? 21 cents, no rerolls. I mean, Jar of Flies, I don't know if it will generate flies for us. If it does, it's pretty good. But, you know what? Peep two of diamonds first. Two of spades is basically worthless. I mean, here's the deal. Fuck it, let's try it. We gotta buy something in order to... Oh! Okay. What happened there? Did we get Jar of Flies? Or did we get Hive Mind? Because when we sucked it up, it got rerolled. So this is pretty scary right now. This would be a great time to get a 9 lives Abaddon sort of deal with the devil. What's the other enemy? Double War? Not nice, but could be worse. Hey, he blew up a rock I very easily could have accidentally stepped on, so... Hey, he's not all bad. Good stuff. As long as we get him knocked out, we're completely fine here. We're also... Oh, careful, careful, careful. Oh my god, I was managing just barely to outrun him there. That was scary. We won't have enough money to buy an item from this shop right now. So we're going to have to continue to be a little careful. Are there any rocks that are worth stepping on back here? Apparently not. It's not like we benefit from any of these cards unless one of them is the Hierophant. So let's go for the double... boss room here, or the deal with the devil fight. One boss is dead, or an enemy he created died. I really thought we could get him to shoot the Polycephalus. Trying to focus here, because it is, you know, a little scary. Oh, we've killed both Polycephalus? We have. Please, God. Free deal with the devil or HP deal with the devil. It would be very nice to take Maw of the Void, but we cannot. So, unfortunately, we're moving on. And I think we made a good faith effort. We made a good faith effort to do things differently there. We can't suck up this item, so I don't think we want the item. And we're a little lower on HP, but taking 1 damage on that floor is not a sin. That's fine. We're still in this, but certainly looking for a little bit more. Doctor's Remote is not necessarily bad. Old Bandage is 3 Spirit Hearts. Mama Mega getting sucked up is not as good as it used to be. Not necessarily bad, but not as good as it used to be. Is the Screw worth getting? Well, I mean, obviously, I'm guessing no, based on the decisions I made there. So we get 1 cent, we get Serpent's Kiss. Whether or not you feel like that was the right decision right there is something I'm sure is highly questionable. But Serpent's Kiss giving us Black Hearts gives us the win if we're lucky enough to keep that chain going. So I wanted to pick it up as soon as possible, just in case we come across a wave like that one, for example, where we have the opportunity to kill a lot of weak enemies and maybe get an extra Black Heart chance thusly. I do want to suck... This doesn't feel right. I do want to suck up an item, but... Or I do want to use Guppy's Paw right now, but I don't want to do so until I know that we're going to get the... another spacebar item, or at least a bad passive item sucked up. That was such bad damage. We've been very lucky, though, and gotten really good payouts from Satanic Bible, which is actually Serpent's Kiss so far. So I'm actually relatively unconcerned about our HP, but that's, you know, basically just a stroke of luck. 11 cents. I would buy a champion belt. We don't need Gigafart, so... And in fact, just in general, we should probably avoid using... this until we see what's in the boss room, because something like Satanic Bible could be a huge swing for us. Plus, we'd probably rather pay... Oh, we can't fly, that's right. Plus, I'd probably rather spend Red Hearts than Spirit Hearts. I'm just relying on the bloat to not be able to make this entire jump in one go. I think the bloat might be dead. We got 2 Demon Hearts out of this situation. 3 Demon Hearts out of the situation. Okay. Now we got double bloat. Yes, do not jump ever again, please. Right, we can't fly, we can't fly. If we're in that dude's laser range, we gotta get the fuck out of here. But Rotten Baby's doing a good job right now. Really respect and appreciate that. Now we gotta go. I stepped on the shit again. That's fine. One's dead, the other one's close. Relatively sane fight here. Okay, good deal with the devil. We can afford it for once. So the mark you just take. I don't actually know what the other one does, which is a great personal failing. Get back into that Whore of Babylon state, but also... it's so tempting to get this guy to pay out, but at great personal cost to ourselves. Alright, tell you what, we'll just grab that and tell this guy to go suck an egg. The mark is good enough. Champion belt's good enough. We're not sucking anything up. And we don't even get the value out of Guppy's Paw anymore. So we're just headed downwards. After getting a Guppy item under scary circumstances. I think we got a... No, we got a red heart after. Okay. So I don't know how our HP looks, but I'm hoping it's fine. At this point, we're relying on... effectively relying on Serpent's Kiss to carry us. If we can get the full HP on this floor, I actually feel pretty good. I would rather do this floor than not do this floor, so I'm certainly not going to just leave. This is actually one of the most potentially game-changing key beggars I've ever seen. So far, so good. 3 flies and a penny. Wonderful. I don't know what we want out of this, but none of it is necessarily bad. Keep in mind, we do have the D6, so Golden Key is unfortunately worthless, perhaps ironically. Yeah, that's not a surprise. This is perfect Serpent's Kiss level enemies to kill, though. Although, wait, Gimpy finally paid out. I appreciate that. No Demon Hearts, I think. I thought there was a half Spirit Heart down there, but apparently not. We got an Eternal Heart, which actually works super well with our Guppy's Paw. We have to remember that we have the D6 sucked up right now. So we can use that D6 to just reroll instead of picking up an item if we don't want that item. We got a good selection of money as well. Oh, dude, we got like 4 Demon Hearts at the end of that. This could be the run. Is anything here good enough? I mean, yes. The pacifier's good enough, so let's take it. And then if we don't like the other items, which we're not necessarily huge fans of, why not just reroll them? We got another syringe, tarot cloth. Might as well peep black market chances. I'm an invisible man, which is scary to me. It's fine. Now we do need a battery charge before the end of the run, though, because we want to be able to use Guppy's Paw on the next floor. Otherwise, we invalidate Whore of Babylon and have slightly less max HP than we otherwise would like. So, well, we might be at max HP regardless, but because we're rolling in Demon Hearts right now, mercifully. In fact, all Demon Hearts from this point onwards should be left on the ground just in case we need them after the deal with the devil, which I hope has three Spirit Heart items that are all somehow related to Guppy, despite the fact that that's not possible. There's another one. There is another. Maybe there's not. Maybe we killed him, but probably not based on how much HP seems to be left here. I don't know, though. Oh, there is one. Where'd he go? Oh, my God. Oh, well. We got the Gimpy payout anyway. Spirit Heart, some flies. Well, is there a charge? No. So, we're not gonna get spun, I believe. So I think we'll just invest in a reroll. Tarot Cloth could be good, admittedly. And we're going for the reroll because we want a battery charge to exist, which it does not. So, a battery charge probably more important than taking an item, unless the item is awesome. So, we're just going in on this to try to get a battery charge off the reroll. You wouldn't do me like this. We need 5 cents to get a battery charge, so I think we're actually fucked. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Might as well peep this. It's a great metaphor. Well, I don't think that means we lose. I think it just means I'm dumb. We're still not going to get a charge. Oh my lord, a crawl space with money and a missing poster. I don't need to make this one into the lost. That's okay. We don't have the reroll machine anymore, though. So what do? Well, we buy 2 keys, and then we use these keys to play this guy in the hopes of getting anything. Wow, what a dick. All right, now I think we're straight up on to the next floor. We're gonna lose Whore of Babylon, and unless we get a double charge, or maybe like Mystery Sack pays out with the battery for killing these guys, we're gonna be not in the Whore of Babylon state, which is my bad for picking up that Eternal Heart and then using the charge without really thinking about it, I suppose. Might as well, you know, yeah, we might as well bring Mr. Boom in. We don't have Nun's Habit or anything, so even like a single bomb is worth something. But our damage is still good, and the run is still good. What we're looking for is basically an endless supply of black hearts. So the more enemies that he spawns that get KO'd after touching a tier of ours, the better our lives are. That's fine. That's actually fine. I expect this to take a while. Rotten Baby's gonna help out. It would be nicer if we were in the Whore of Babylon state, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. We did it to ourselves. More red hearts on the ground doesn't mean anything, sadly, but again, the more demon hearts does. Thank God this guy doesn't heal via demon hearts. That's all I'll say about that. And really, like, I just want to put us in a situation where it's extremely inconceivable that we could even, like, fathom dying to Explosion Greed, who is the most annoying enemy in this whole fucking game. Alright, he's gonna get the HP. You got me. I mean, it's only fair. If I can heal, you should be able to heal as well. Just hopefully at a slower rate. Alright, random coins. Annoying, but also don't give him the ability to, you know, knock us off of our warpath right now. I dispute that damage. And I dispute it thusly. That's okay. Just don't let him grab the money. Keep him hemmed in the corner. Is there any money down here? There's a penny. And we've only got 2 demon hearts on the ground right now. That's fine, because it means that effectively we're at 14 HP if we utilize it all perfectly, but I would like to not even be close. Like, I would love to be at, like, you know, 16 hearts or something like that. You know, I'd love to be at 18 hearts. I would love to be at 20 hearts. Well, instead, we're at 15 now. Or actually, 13. Sorry, my mistake. Turns out that 14 minus 1 is actually 13. Whiffed on that one substantially. He's not healing off of these black hearts, is he? I'm not losing my mind here. So I was like, it looks like they're disappearing, but maybe they're just trapped under his model right now. Honestly, we shouldn't even kill these things. I'll shoot at them out of habit, but habit alone. Assuming these guys actually live long enough to be affected by the Serpent's Kiss, we do have the chance to get a demon heart off of them, and that happened twice there, which is awesome. Now, the next phase of Greed does not spawn enemies, but I'm not committed to cheesing it so hard that I just sit here and farm up, like, his key nonsense for 100 years, right? Like, that's just not the way I like to play Isaac. Made it to the next phase in a pretty good spot, at least. Right? That's sensible. This is like the least bad shot that this guy has on offer, so... Oh my god. Recognize that we will probably get close to death here. Recognize also that it will benefit you to land some shots instead of just dodging the whole time. That is, in my opinion, still sort of bullshit. Oh. Yep, okay. You baited me good there. Won't disagree. Gimpy, you're coming through in the clutch. I've never respected you more than I do in this moment. Thank you so much for your support. Every Gimpy heart means the world to me. So I think right now I'm just going through an aggressive phase where while he's doing these brimstone attacks and I'm trapped in the corner, I like it. Oh, he's taking all the money. I like it because it gives me the opportunity to actually deal some damage for once. Honestly, I think we're doing about as well as I could have expected. But it's getting a little scary. I am trying to, like, keep a handle on the money that gets spawned when I get hit. That puts me in range? It's honestly just downright offensive. Yep, I saw the shadows coming down, but no such luck. Dude, the luck upgrade. Oh, Lord. Luck upgrade is gonna help Gimpy. Don't dodge directly under him. You have to dodge in like a... You can't dodge in the direction that he's traveling from. I'm starting to think that we might actually be okay. Still need I really need to get better at fighting this version of Greed. Because, like, when that shot comes in, I'm just like, guess I got hit. That one, I probably should have positioned us differently, but... Oh, yeah, you can't dodge directly on... Oh, my God! Gimpy, Gimpy, Gimpy. Gimpy, Gimpy, Gimpy. Oh, he's got me. He's got me in a bad place. Where did he go? I don't know where he went. Gimpy! Oh, fuck. Gimpy! He's done it. Okay, play smarter now. Play smarter now. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future is ours, Gimpy. Que sera, sera. Get exploded! Get exploded! We got him. Okay. It was looking pretty bad there for a minute. Plan C has appeared in the basement. We got through it. Okay, here. Oh, I meant to give you some money, but in the end, that's not the end of the world. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I don't know what that overlay on the screen means, but it's been there since the update last night. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.